Earlier today, I had an intense conversation with Sarah, a data analyst, and Bill, a Jasmy representative, about the critical issue of data security. We dove into how our personal data, everything from our online activity to sensitive personal details, isn't really ours. Instead, it's stored in centralized data centers controlled by big tech companies and sometimes governments. And here's where it gets really scary. These data centers are like gold mines for cybercriminals. They're high-value targets, constantly under threat of attack. Sarah painted a stark picture of the reality we face. A simple mistake by an employee, an insider selling data for profit, or a sophisticated cyber attack can lead to catastrophic data breaches. Imagine tens of millions of people having their private information, financial details, medical records, personal communications, dumped onto the dark web overnight. These breaches don't just harm individuals, they ruin lives, destroy trust, and put a permanent stain on our digital identities. One breach, one error, and suddenly, your most private information is exposed to the world. But it doesn't have to be this way. That's when Bill stepped in with a solution that changes everything. He introduced the concept of Jasmy's Personal Data Locker, or PDL, a secure personal vault for your data that you alone control. Instead of all your information sitting in a centralized, vulnerable data center, your PDL is decentralized, spread across the Jasmy network. No single person, no single mistake can compromise the security of your data because you are the only one with the key. Your data is not just locked away. It's protected by layers of security that put you back in control. Bill explained that with the PDL, you get to decide who sees your data, if anyone. It's your choice whether you keep it private for your own use or collaborate for the greater good, like sharing anonymized health data to accelerate cancer research or improve public health outcomes. And because your data is anonymized and protected by a seized ID, a unique identifier that represents your essence without revealing your true identity, you can be part of groundbreaking projects without sacrificing your privacy. Imagine a world where every citizen has their own PDL. Instead of all our data sitting in one vulnerable place, it's decentralized, spread across millions of individual lockers. This approach virtually eliminates the risk of a single point of failure. No more mass data breaches, no more catastrophic leaks affecting millions of people. With Jasmy's PDL, you're not just securing your data, you're contributing to a safer, more resilient digital ecosystem. The choice is simple. Keep risking your data in centralized silos, vulnerable to attacks and human error, or take control with your own personal data locker. It's your data, your vault, and your choice. No one can access it without your permission, and no one can misuse it without your consent. In a world where data is power, Jasmy gives that power back to you, securely and privately. At the end of the day, having your own PDL is about more than just security. It's about peace of mind. It's knowing that your most valuable asset is safe, and that you're in complete control of who, if anyone, gets to see it. Whether you choose to share your data for the greater good or keep it entirely private, the choice is yours and yours alone. That's the promise of Jasmy's Personal Data Locker, the ultimate control over your digital life, safeguarded by the most secure system imaginable.